Hello everyone, welcome back. I am Ayush, an AI engineer at 10x.in. So, how are you all? Just give me a quick heads up like you are doing well. Today's participants is really low. Just give me a quick heads up like you are here and enjoying these sessions as well, past sessions. And today we are step into the day 22. So let's move ahead, guys. Hello, Rashmi. Okay. So, as you know, like yesterday we caught crime hiding in data, right? Yesterday. And today we predict something that cost businesses billions every year, like billions, not even millions, but billions. And most of them just accept it as part of the businesses. But they have to accept it. There are certain condition for it. That's why. So, quick question for you, those are present here. Like, have you ever returned something you brought online? Something like anything that you bought online, type yes or no if you like purchase anything online and you return it due to certain cases, like there might be any cases like default or any cases. Okay, yes, so like every one of you return those products that you brought at a time. So now think about why you returned it. Why? So was it the wrong size? Did it look different from the photos, or did you buy it at midnight and regret it the next morning? So there are certain reasons. So type your reason why you returned it. Any reason that I didn't like it, or the size is different, or the product is default. Any reason that you think of, like why you returned that product. Wrong size, color difference. Okay. Any more suggestions? Color difference, not what I expected. Texture. Okay. So those reasons are interesting that you put. And but here is what is more interesting. Like most of those returns were predictable as well. Like not after the fact, but at the moment you clicked buy afterwards. So think about it like you bought it at 1 a.m. or 2 a.m., right? You browsed for around 2 minutes or 3 minutes or so, and you used a 30% off coupon as well, 30% off for that particular product. And you paid with buy now, pay later. Buy now, pay later. You paid with that thing, and you ordered three size of the same shirt, like three size. But every single one of those signals says this order is coming back. If a business could read those signals before shipping those products, so they could save millions, even billions of dollars. And if are you sure confirmation on that product, offer a size guide, or delay the shipment by 12 hours to let the impulse cool down. So that is what we built today. Like a prediction engine that scores every order by return risk, like before it ships. So we have to that prediction engine. So if you ran a store and 25% of orders came back, if you ran a store and around 25% of order came back, what would that cost you? What you expect? What would that cost you? Type a guess. Type your guess. What do you think? Like for a store doing, let's say, like for a store doing 1 million in sales a year, so 25% return means around $250,000, right? And in lost revenue plus shipping as well, plus processing, restocking. So there are some minor cases as well in the distribution of that product. So it will probably cost around 300,000 if the revenue that is coming from the 1 million of that product. So what do you think, if I have to say, like according to you, if you ran a store and 25% of order came back, and let's say according to you, some of you get revenue of 1 year of, like say, 500,000. Just give me a quick guess. What do you think? Like, just I am telling you the difference. Like, if any store is getting 1 million, then if that have a 25% return means around 250,000 lost. But if I put restocking, shipping, product processing, everything, so it is will be around 300,000, right? So what do you think? Like, if you ran a store and 25% of order came back, so it is a good thing or bad thing? What do you think? Bad thing. Yeah. So it is a bad thing, as you all know, and because you are also like getting products back with you are losing revenue on that, because the charge is from your side, like shipping charge, product charge, processing charge, and restocking charge. So that revenue, that cost is all upon you, all upon your company. So we are going to find out which order we can save for these kinds of situation in for today class. So what makes it different from past sessions is, so how is this different from we are doing in the past sessions? So in day 16, as you know, in day 16, if you all know about it, like we looked at profit, like and return were one of the hidden costs there in the profit one. But we just counted them, only counted them, the profit ones. But today we predict them. That is the difference between looking at the past and controlling the future. And in day 21, we caught frauds, like things that already happen. Today we catch returns before they happen. So same detective energy, but pointed forward instead of backward. So we are doing that today. And the key idea is simple for today is every order has signals and time of purchase, how long they browsed, whether they used a coupon or not, what devices they used to buy that product, how they paid online or cash, their return history. Each signals add a little bit of risk, and stack them together and you get a return probability score. So a low risk order bought at 2 p.m. around browse for 30 minutes and read around 8 reviews. So paid full price with credit card. VIP customer return probability may be 8%. Because if you see bought at 2 p.m., browse for around 30 minutes and read only 8 reviews. But paid full price with credit card. So it will be VIP customer, but return probability may be 8%, because it done their homework, like checking all the products, take around time, and take time to get see the review as well, and paid the full price in one go through the credit card. But a high risk order is about like brought at 1 a.m., browse for 90 seconds only or 1 minute or so, use 35% discount coupon, paid with buy now pay later, new customer, and order around three sizes of product. And return probability may be around 70 to 80% because of these small things, like bought at 1 a.m., browse for only 1 minute or so for that product, and purchase three different size of product, right? So same store, same product, completely different risk. One is a low risk order and second is a high risk order of that return type. So does anyone here run or work at a business that deals with return, these kinds of return that I'm talking about? Type yes or no if you work with these kinds of return. If yes, if anybody of you say yes, do you know your actual return rate right now? The return rate, or you can guess how much will be the return rate of any company that you think of. Because if you think any company, any product that you purchase through online, they also get product return as well. You all know about it, right? So can you give me a quick guess what will be the return rate of any company or any that you think of? Like you can say Amazon as well, like Amazon or DoorDash, anything. Because every company have these kinds of situation where they get their product in return. Any situation. So what do you think of the percentage there? Return percentage. Just give me a quick guess. Only the quick guess. 25% Walmart. Yeah, acceptable. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it is acceptable as well for the Walmart as well. 20 to 25. Yeah, this is the basic average in between for that return rate. 20 to 25, or maybe 30% some of in some of the product as well. Okay. So now I told Claude in here, if you see the Claude.md file, you are a return intelligence expert. Return intelligence expert, right? So your job is to predict which order will be returned before they even ship. Right. This is the main case for today's Claude.md file, the heading top for the Claude. And not analyze return after this happen, but predict them before they happen. Predict them before they happen. So that word, one word, only the one word changes everything about how Claude approaches this data that we provided. So this system has around 10 modules, and let me walk you through what these analyses are. So time of day analysis. The first one is the time of day, or you can say the time of day is the second one. Sorry, the first one is the return reality check. Overall return rate and return rate by category. Which category of that product is returned? So the category, total cost of return, assume this much of processing cost per return. So those things. Then time of day signal. Return rate by hour of purchase. So you can check the hour, you can check the date as well for that particular date or hour. Late night purchase versus daytime return rate difference. So these are the time of day signals, and these are the signals that I provided for that particular analysis. Then comes the impulse detector, like browse time before purchase versus return rate. Under 3 minutes equals to impulse buy. What is the return rate for that impulse buy? Review read versus return rate. Item compared versus return rate. So everything is all about return rate. Then comes the discount curve. So the product that is purchased through the discount. And for those products, what is the return rate? Or for coupon or non-coupon users, so everything is here. Then comes the fashion problem. Fashion has the highest return rate. Deep time, like for like in this season, there is some fashion going on. So for that particular fashion, the product is like selling at a very high speed, but the return rate is also very high speed. For that particular case, there is a fashion problem. Then comes the customer history signal, like previous return rate versus current order return probability. Like for that particular customer, the return rate of that customer is high or low. So on the basis of that, you can restrict that customer as well to product to purchase more product in future. Because if you know about it, like this customer purchase, let's say 10 product, but return almost 8 product. So we have to ban that product, ban that customer. Then comes the device and channel signal, like return rate by device, mobile versus desktop versus tablet versus app, like return rate by acquisition channel. But in this one, we are checking from which device the return rate is high. Like if user buy from mobile, desktop, tablet, so which one device have the high return rate here? Okay. And the impulse combo, the combo combination as well. Is it the worst? Is it the safest? And the big change, and the big one is here for the machine learning model that takes all these signals that we provided, like 7 to 9 or 10 signals, and train on the data that we provided as well, and scores every order with a return risk percentage. Every order with a return risk percentage for every order. If the return rate risk percentage is 0, it will tell you like it is 0. If it is high, according to these analysis, it will tell you it is around this much, this percentage. So then every order gets put into a risk tier, like high, medium, or low. And high risk order get flagged before even ship. So if you see the dollar impact as well, you can check every dollar in that return rate, like how much money is lost to that return annually in per year. Then comes the strategic for. So in here, if you see strategic recommendation for based on all analysis, like which to flag, which to fix, which to limit, which to monitor, which to keep, and estimated saving for each recommendation. So if you understand this analysis in a simple term, or just let's say you, okay, I understand this analysis, what you've done here, then give me a quick thumbs up, like, okay, you understand it. Like the first one is the return reality check for return rate, overall return rate. The second one is the time of day, like you can say hour or day personally. So then comes the impulse detector for which user take time to browse for that particular product. Then the discount curve for that particular customer, how much they use the coupon or not. The fashion problem for that particular season, what fashion is going on. So the return rate is also high for that one. Customer history signal. So that's the main issue is here. And the device and channel, which device to buy or return rate. The prediction model, that's the main case for today. The prediction model for every product, it will tell you how much percentage for that return risk of that particular product. The dollar impact for every return product annually, and the strategy recommendation is here as well. Now let me show you the data that we have. This is the data. If you see, there are around 15,000, and there are, I think, 6 categories for here, like electronics, fashion. So there are 6 categories, home and kitchen. And categories is like electronics, fashion, beauty, home, sports, books. So every order has the full picture, like when they brought, how long they browsed, what devices, from which devices they purchased that product, what discount they take, and how they paid, their return history, whether it was a gift, whether they order multiple sizes or not. So everything is there. If you see device, channel, payment, customer, like customer, if you see new, returning, new, VIP one, frequent customer, and you see, okay, where it goes, what happened here? Okay. So if you see the previous order, previous returns, previous return rates, use coupon, discount, page view time, time browse in minutes, everything, add to cards, cards, and multiple sizes. I think, yeah, multiple sizes ordered, deliver date, days, sorry, and free shipping and return. And return reason is as well here. This is the well structured data. So if you see the order date and order IDs as well in this starting as well. Okay. So now let me go ahead to the terminal and then I say run it. Right. First I go to the cloud. And in the meantime, you also take that zip folder, unzip it, and go with the same process that I'm doing here. Run it. Now let me share some again real context while it runs, how this is happening in the real life as well. Like first say I will tell you about the Amazon. Like Amazon has a system that scores return risk. That scores return risk before even shipping. What Amazon do, if the score is high, they sometimes offer a small discount to keep the product to the user that they purchase, and give the context of, are you sure you want to return it or not? And here is a 10% back if you do not return it. So it is cheaper than processing the return, right? In Zara and H&M, fashions have around 30 to 40% return rates, around 30 to 40%, because they are all about clothes. That's why. Like the size doesn't the size is not correct in my opinion when I purchase it, so the return reason is that it is damaged, so return reason is that. So those are the reason for clothes. That's most of the time in Zara and H&M. So they know that when someone order three sizes of the same item, two are guaranteed to be returned. Right? You all know about it. Like some companies now charge for returns or on multi-size orders. So if they purchase three sizes and return two of them, so they even charge them on that conditions. And there is ASOS as well in the UK actually banned customers who return too much of the products. And their system identified serial returners and blocked their accounts as well. Like we put in here as well in our analysis, if you see this one in customer history signal, if we get the understanding of the customer history, then we even block those customer if their return rate is high enough. Okay. So because of this, it saved them millions of dollars, but was controversial as well because the customer get banned during these things. A fee for shipping guarantee. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So the point is, big companies already predict returns. They always do these returns, but they do not provide you the data because these data is the personal data that they have. So they do not provide it online. So that's the main case as well. So you do not able to do the analysis on their product because they do not able to provide these kinds of data to throughout the like world to see. So that's the main case as well. So big companies already predict their returns rate like this, and small and medium businesses don't. But after today, you can do this as well. So have you ever, let's question it, have you ever bought multiple sizes of the same thing, knowing you did return most of them in the clothing, like you know about it in the clothing product? So type yes or no if you do this kind of thing as well, like you product three sizes at the same time and you know like one will fit to me, but I have to return the two as well. Okay, yes, yes, Rasmi from it. Okay, okay, great. It is very common on fashions, like, but it costs the store a lot because of the processing, restocking, like delivery charge. But you have to do the process as well. But when you do the return, so in the return you do not have to pay anything, but it will cost company to do that. Okay, so even if it is like around buy for around 2K, and if she didn't like any of the clothes, then she return all 2K. if it is possible, right? Like all of the products, like your friends go to the Zappos, and if they like all shoes and boots, yeah, okay, okay, okay. So that's the main reason as well. Like if you buy it, that's good, but when you return it, so it doesn't cost you anything, but it cost the like stores or the companies for this, because if you return anything, the company have to like uh, like they take the product from you, but it costs them around, I don't know what the cost them, like $2, maybe three, maybe $10, because of the return rate, because someone have to go and pick that order up. So I don't know really how much they cost in the return process. Yeah, return policies are written. Yeah, yeah. So it is telling you for the yesterday. How is it possible? Might be there might be some glitch if it is like you join this class with the yesterday link. Sometimes the item accept discount. Okay, okay, great catch. The item is on discounted price. So if you are unsure, so the discount may not be valid later on. Okay, okay. So you all know about it, like of the return rate, the discounted, what they cost around it or not. So everything you know about it. So if you see now the cloud is also doing their work to analyze the data. Okay, okay. So uh, in yesterday class as well, like cloud is doing so many mistakes and then rewriting it again. Okay, there is so much. Okay, I think it's able to return the analyzer.py file and it is running it. It takes some time. Let's move forward to this file and then I will tell you here. If you see the dashboard, okay, okay, the time bomb, like bar chart for rate by hour. The impulse map, it is going to create the time bomb map chart, the impulse map, the discount curves, the category return, feature importance, risk tires, return report, and these are the executive summary, like business report, like in a small way. Okay. Then this is the system architecture, and these are the rules as well. Okay, follow up. Always create this one. I think it is a yeah, it is done. Let me move forward with it. Okay, okay, done. So let me go ahead and just minimize this. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's go with the top hero section. So total our orders are 15,000, but return rate, if you see, most of you are right. Like in this data set that we have, return rate is almost around 25%, 26%, let's say. But total return cost, let's say it is 1 million, right? Because of this return rate, the return cost is around 1 million. And the hashtag one return signal is same thing, multiple sizes orders. If they do not fit you, then you return it, right? So that's the main case. And the prediction accuracy is 75% according to the model. Okay. Then comes the first one, the time bomb. Return rate by hour of purchase. So if you see the time bomb, okay, so at the time of 1 a.m., 2, 3, 4. So from 0 to I think 4 a.m., the return rate is too high, around 30%, not even 25%, but even 40%, let's say, at average of 32%. But in the return rate of 5, 6, 7, it is still high enough of some of the cases around 25%, above 25%, but still 20% is not low, it is even high. Yeah. And for 10 to 16, it is still 20 and again still 20. But if you see in the night and in the morning, at the late night and the early morning, the return rate is too high. I don't know why people return product in late night and early morning. Okay, that's the case again. Okay, so the key finding is late night purchases around 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. have a 33% return rate versus 22% for daytime. Worst hour is 3 p.m. at 37.6%, and weekend is 27.8% versus weekdays is 25%. It is not that much of the average 25 and 28%, but if you see the timing of the return rate is late night to early morning. So this is the time bomb of return rate. Okay. Then comes the impulse map. Less search is equals to more return. Means you know about it, like you go with any online store and then you search for a product, but you search only for like not 1 second, but 1 minute or 2 minutes, and then you buy the product. That's confirm like you are going to return it. But if you search for reviews, you search not more one but 10 to 15 products, and then you buy it, then it is not going to be returned. Okay, and then it is here like browse time is equals to return rate. So the browse time is less than 3 minutes. So the return rate is 40%. Okay, 3 to 10 minutes, the return rate is still 30%, but not that high. But 3 to 10 minutes is still low. But 10 to 30 is still high time, but it's still the return rate is 30 according to the data. And 3 to 60 minute and 60 minute plus. So this is the average. But as according to the data, as according to what I see here, the main cause is if the timing is less than 3 minutes, then the return rate is around 40%. Okay, great. Then review rates on the basis of browse time, this is the return rate. On the basis of review rates, this is the return rate. Like if you see, if no reviews is read, then the return rate is around 37%. So if you can say, okay, nobody reads the review of this product, then this product is going to be returned. So you can see it through your own analyst, on insight, on your own dashboard that you are seeing there. Okay, so this particular customer, he or she didn't see any of the review. So I know about it, like this product is going to be returned. Then if you see one or two reviews, then 31% rate. So at 10 plus and 20, so it is the same one. Okay. Then comes the cart removals return rate. Number of cart removals 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the return rate percentage. As if somebody removes 5 cart removals, then the return rate is 29%, 28%, 28. Okay. So these are the impulse map. I think there are more now. So less than 3 minutes is 50% average of 50% return rate, and that is still high enough. Like half of the product is get returned in if anyone browsing for only just 3 minutes. Then comes the discount curve. Okay. Then comes the discount curve. Higher discount is equals to more return. Okay, that's the main line here. Like the discount curve, higher discount is equals to more return. So if the discount is around 0 to 1.5%, then the return rate is still in the threshold. You can see it is still in the threshold to 15%, but after the 16 to 25% of discount rate, it goes above the threshold of 25 to 26%. Like it goes to 27%. But if the discount rate is 26 to 35%, and even 35% plus, the return rate is so high. But why? Okay. If the discount is increases, the return rate is also increases. So we get a new insight here. Okay. Let's come to the another one. Yeah. Quantity and brand. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Return rate is also based on quantity and brand, because some of the return happen because of the brand as well. Like they purchased the product, but they didn't know about the brand, and they didn't like the brand, and they returned it, or the quality. So comes the coupon impact. So the group is coupon users are 31% return rate, and no coupon users is 22% rate. So if you see, if somebody provided their coupon while purchasing, so return rate is high for the non-coupon users. So you get an interesting insight here. So don't give coupons to users, right? Then comes the payment method risk. So here comes like methods are buy now, pay later is the highest one, like 36% rate, because this gives the functionality to I buy this product, use this product. If it is good for me, then I pay later. If it is not, then I return it. And that is good, right? So the return rate is still high for this. Digital wallet, 25%. Yeah, I think this one is the best one, like for gift card, because if you gift to somebody else or gift card, then the return rate is low. I think 23% is still high. I think for gift card, it must be 5 to 10%, the return rate. I don't know why. For debit card, credit card, okay, it's happen. Okay. Then comes here the category breakdown. Okay. So if you see fashion leads return for category return. So the top one, yeah, according to the fashion, like the fashion season, which is the fashion season for now trending. So it goes high. So return rate is around 50%, still high. Electronics, yeah, well, electronics return rate is still high. I think it will be around 5 to 10% because if somebody buy the electronic product, yeah, there must be defective product as well in which, yeah, so the return rate is still high. Like most of the electronic users get returned because of the defect, like they are not working, they are not charging correctly. So those must be the cases. Then comes the home and kitchen. So it will be around 18%. So if you see, yeah, 18% return rate. Then comes the sports, 17%. For sports, for sports, 17% return rate. This is the eye opening for me as well. Home and kitchen. For beauty, 13%. So how much you think like this percentage is accurate for 13%? You think like beauty gets return rate of 13%? Like I really don't know because I don't know about the products of beauty that much. That's why. So just give me a yes or no if you think this is the right percentage. 13% is still high or low? What do you think for beauty products? Books and media. Okay, I expect books and media. Books and media can be 12% because when somebody read it, they return it. Low. So they must be high for beauty, right? Like 20%. Okay, allergic quality. Okay, okay. I mean high. Okay, okay. You mean high. Okay. So it must be low. Like when somebody purchase the beauty products, then they not generally return it that much. Okay. According to the data set, it's saying 13%. But I think for beauty one, it must be low. And for sports one as well, I think so. Because those products like does not get returned that much. Okay, I really don't know about it well. Then comes the okay, but not a 20%. Hmm. Then comes the fashion problem. The fashion return rate is 47%, as you know, like for this particular condition here that we put, uh, this one, the fashion problem. So that's the condition here. Okay. And multiple size order, 71% return rate. Like if you purchase 4 to 5 product of the same, of the different size or multiple sizes, yeah, then the return rate is 70% because you only take the one product from it and return the other sizes. For single sizes, return rate is still low. Yeah, it depends. Yeah, Amazon will not share this return rate with you. This is their important analysis. That's why you are not able to find anywhere like this return rate because they are their personal data because of the customer personal data. So they do the analysis on that data, but they did not share with you. Okay, then comes the customer type return, like type return rate for returning 30% frequent, 29 new VIPs. So still high. Okay, let's move forward. Device one, that's the interesting one. Okay, the tablet is at the top. I think mobile will be at the top. Okay, so user like seeing product in a big screen, tablet. Okay, 28% return rate. Then mobile. Then comes app. Okay, return rate in app. What this app is for? Then desktop. So mobile impulse 55 and desktop for long browsing is around 21%. Okay. Then comes the return rate by channel. Okay. So return rate if product is purchased by paid ads. So return rate is 30%. If it is from email, 26%. It is from social media, 25%. Organic search, still organic search, still 25%. Referrals, still 24%. And direct is still 21%. So from email to direct, okay, we will say happens. But for paid ad, 30%. You are you are giving money to provide the ads for that product, but still they get returned. So it is a very setback for the company as well, right? Then comes the ML model prediction. For every category, it gives you the prediction for every category. That's the main thing that I put it here. Like for multiple size order, this is the prediction that our model gives. Like 0.161 will be the return rate. I think in the bit of feature importance. Okay, we have to see what this feature importance is all about. But the return rate, I don't think this is the return rate, but predict return. ML feature importance. Okay, the featuring importance. The discount percentage, the multiple size order, the browsing minutes still at the high, categories as the high. But the lower one is the delivery days, device is gift, use coupon. So we have to check how this feature importance is get calculated first. Then we got ahead. Then comes the model accuracy. Okay, model performance accuracy. This is different thing. And comes the top 5 predictor. Yeah, multiple size order, discount percent, the browsing minutes, category, previous return rate, and the customer history. Like social return is around above 30% if the 36.5% return rate, and serial returner order is around 3,500. Okay. Okay, then comes the risk tier distribution. So if we see order by risk tier, so high risk orders. So you can check high risk order are 1,700 something for high risk order. Low risk are 10,000 orders, so we do not have to check those. Medium risk is 3,000, so we can neglect this one as well. But these are the high risk order, we have to check it because they get returned as well. Then comes the actual return caught by tire. So actual return is around 1,500 order, 40%. Medium risk and low risk. Well, if you see, the low risk is so much low as compared to the high risk of return rate, but it must be different. Like low is must be high and the high risk must be low. Okay, so order 11%, 89.2% actual return rate catches around this return 40%. So medium risk and then low risk. Okay, great. So dollar impact is there, like I put it in the hero tabs, like around 1 million annual return cost. Like 200,000 is saving from flagging high risk. If you flag high risk, like this is the high risk products, they will get returned in future. So if you flag those, then you can save this much money. Saving from keeping discount at 30%. So you should not provide 30% discount. So they will decrease the value of the product. That's why they will get returned as well, most of the time. So this is the strategy board. Recommendation is for flag high risk order above 60%. Flag those as red. I think what to do. Add confirmation step. Remove free return. Yeah, remove free return. Shopping and requires phone verification for order more than $200. Okay, so that's the flag for 60% return rate. Those are high risk order. For late night cooling off period, save cards, email next day. So for this fashion, virtual try on. Okay, that's the biggest thing that I see here. Virtual try-on. So means you can try it virtually through apps, but it will be a feature that will be provided by the app if they want to. If they are capable to provide this type of feature, virtual try-on. Better size guidance, yeah, because of the sizes, they will get returned most of the time. Improve product description for top return items. Okay, that must be the fixed one. Then comes the limit. Cape discount at 25%, like not go above 30%. Well, I say not go above 25% as well because they decrease the value of the product as well. Restrict buy now, pay later for new customer. Like this is the golden spoon for new customer if you think so, right? Then comes the limit serial returners to exchange only returns. Okay, exchange only returns. Okay. So then monitor one, like serial returners about 30% return history, flag them, flag those accounts, require review for orders, for next orders, for new orders, and track return rate by acquisition channel monthly. And keep one for desktop or long browsing. The users that use desktop and log browse and VIP one, because their return rate is lower than these ones, because they are organic search brings quality buyers. Full price purchase are the safest segments and do not over discount them as well. So you get the analysis, you get the recommendation as well at the last. Okay. So if you see, you get the understanding here that I'm going to explain through you through the data. Just give me a quick thumbs up. Just give me a quick thumbs up. Like you understand it. Okay, you get the understanding what I'm trying to say here. Okay. Then let me move forward and give you a quick go through with this. If you want to go ahead. Like, just tell me yes or no, like you understand really the Claude.md file, because that's the main thing as well. Like every time I tell you to understand the Claude.md file as well, just tell me yes or no that you understand it very well, or you are in a process to understand it. Okay, understand it. It is all up to you. If you want to write a review for Trustpilot every day, it is up to you. If you don't, like, forget it. No worries there. So, understand it. Anybody else? Understand it 80%? Okay, great. 80% is also good. If you see, like, what we did today is the. Okay, okay. So according to the discount that they provide at the midnight, that's why the range of midnight. So if we see here, that's why the return rate is high in midnight and early morning. So okay, okay, I understand. For Amazon guys, yeah, understand. So desktop is like, if you see, like the product you are browsing in desktop, like you can use mobile phones, tablet, and desktop. So to go to that particular app, Amazon or anybody else, and then search for that product. So that's desktop. So it is like the people that use desktop, like computer, like system that we are using laptop. So the return rate for those users is 23%. So it is like that. Okay. Let me move this, and you see the refund production engine that we done today is so this is what we done today. The core ideas behind it, like returns are not random. They follow certain patterns. Like you see, late night returns purchase according to the, like part says, discount that done at the midnight and early morning. That's why, because of some, I think Apple iPhone is get the discount at night. I think so. And most of the product like clothes, and they get discount at late night as well, midnight. And this is the data, and these are the output that we generated. This is the project structure that you know, and these are the some prompts, and this is the readme file that you can see it afterwards after this session. And the shift is from return are not a cost of doing business, they are a prediction problem. So the signals are there at the moment. So I again say, like, you do not able to find this type of data set or this type of analysis anywhere. Because why? Because Amazon, Zara, H&M, and these type of big companies did not provide this type of analysis, this type of data set throughout the users, throughout to the world, so they can analyze it. No, because that data is the personal data that they have of customer, that because the customer, how much time they use to browse that product, how much they see the reviews, how much data they put it in the cart, and how much they buy, they purchase, they return it, what is the percentage of that return rate. So everything, so they do the analysis on that data, but they do not provide it to users to work with it, because that is personal data, as you know. But phones are not written if used on Facebook. Yeah, because if you see, if somebody purchase the phones, like let's phone, and they return it next day because they say I do not like it. That's the case, yeah. So if you purchase any phone and then you try it one day, and then on the same day you say, okay, I return it, the reason is I do not like it. So that's why, so they ask it for photos, that it, if it is faulty, if it is not the phone that you are asking about, then return it. If it is not like to your liking, then we are not here to like take your mobile phone if you do not like that phone. It is different case. Like according to the products, there are certain cases, like for clothes, you can return it because size doesn't fit for me, or I do not like the product. So those things. So now in the Claude.md file, if you see, first of all, the main thing is there is the top heading. The top heading. Like you are a written intelligence expert, your job is to analyze why people. This is the main part. If you think you can able to explain it only 3 line, put it in 3 line. If you think it will be explain it 5 to 10 line, put it in 5 to 10 line. It is up to you how much line you take. It doesn't matter if you put it on 1 line, on 2 line, or 5 to 10 lines. Then this is the setup, and these are the analysis points. That is mandatory, because according to this analysis Claude will do. If you do not provide these analysis, then what happen? Then Claude will take the setup, take the data set, and do the analysis on their own according to their thinking. And I think it will provide you the output files. If you provide these output files, like I want these output files, then Claude will automatically create these output files, but not according to these analysis things that you provide. But Claude will do this analysis on their own and give you these product, give you these output files, but you don't know on what basis they are created. Claude will tell you on what basis Claude do the analysis. So if you do not provide the analysis, these analysis. Okay, then we see the time bomb as well, impulse map, discount curves, category return, feature importance according to the ML model, risk tires, report return, and there's one more thing that we have, this one, risk report. This is the main thing as well. So this is the last thing, the markdown file. If you see, 25%, around 25% of orders are written, costing around 1 million annually. So if at the start, I also say big companies, it will cost them millions or billions in only for return product, in only for return product. And these are only 15,000 orders, right? Time of day analysis is about late night, as you think, like sales, coupons, and sales also like happen in late night, early morning. Daytime is 22% return rate, and weekend and weekdays. Then impulse buying signals of for ranked is browse time less than 3 minutes is the highest impact of return rate. The discount return rate connection is 0%, then the return rate is less. As discount increases, return rate is also increased because it decreases the product value. Then comes the category for it, like for fashion, as you know, the return rate is high, but for electronics, it decreases as the category. Material where still 25%. Okay, here, okay. So, payment method. So, as you know, buy now, pay later is the golden spoon for users. So, the return rate is 36%. As for the others, 25% is like manageable. Not that much, but yeah, 25% is still manageable. Customer history, according to the customer history, if previous return rate is 0, then the current return probability must be around 15 to 20%, not 22%. I think 15 to 20%. But if the return rate previous is around 20 to 30%, then it was to be 30, 40, or even 50% as well. Current return rate. It is still 15,000 customer, 15,000 order. If it is, let's say, 1 million or 2 million orders, then I can guarantee it. Like, I think I can guarantee, like, if it is 21 to 30% return rate previously, then it must be 40 to 50% return rate here. I think the customer might get flagged of returns those products. Then comes the device and channel analysis according to the device, the return rate, and then the machine learning model, the accuracy of the machine learning model, that is different thing. Then comes the risk tier for high risk, for medium risk, for low risk, and for the every dollar impact. For annual return cost is around 1 million. For saving for flagging high risk orders, you can save 200,000, and for capping the discount of around less than 30%, you can around save around, let's say, 200,000. Yeah, this is the conclusion file. Like you can see, this is the totally conclusion file that Claude created for you every time. Because if you see in Claude.md file again, I provided here. Like I want output file return report.md, and in this I need full summary of everything and the final verdict as well. Okay, so let me bring it all together. What we done today, like 500 orders came in or we have the 15,000 orders, 80 will come back. Let's take a concept like in the starting I say 15 orders come in, 80 orders will come back. But now you know which 80 orders will come back, like late night impulse buys, heavy discount hunters, buy now pay later ones, under 3 minutes of browsing, multiple sizes orders, and serial returners. So you know which order now will came back. And these signals were always there, nobody was reading them, but now you can know, okay, these are the signals, I can think about it, why this product get returned. In future I will provide you some cases around it, so it will not get returned in future. Right now, guys, 22 days in, you started this masterclass looking at data on a screen. That's all. But now you are predicting the future with it. Like that's the real shift. Like pattern analysis to anomaly detection. Now prediction. This is the prediction that we done for return analysis, because this is the prediction for now. The prediction is this. The return rate is this. Now in future, what will be the return rate? So you can predict those things now as well. And three completely different skills for today. You have built all three. And what surprised you the most today? Tell me what surprised you the most today. Which thing surprised you the most today? The return rate, how much it get in 15,000, or let's say, let me come here. Which one? Like late night one, browse in about 3 minutes and the return rate is still 50%, or the fake, not the fake user, but let me go to the cloud one here. So the impulse detector or the discount curves one or the fashion problem. Well, fashion problem is also the biggest one, and you all know about this. If the fashion is trending, then you all want to purchase that product, but afterwards you want to return it. Like you purchase it now, you do not like it, then you can return it. Okay, pretty much all. Great, great. Okay, late night shoppers, yeah, great, because the return rate is still high for the late night as well. But for day, it is still in the threshold, like 20%, right? Then the prediction, then there is a dollar impact as well. Like you around 1 million only from the 15,000 products you lost because of the return rate, because of the discount. So you should cap that discount as well. And you will also see the strategic analysis of flag, fix, and everything, right? So the browse time. Now I will tell you, like the browse time, one always gets people under 3 minutes of browsing, and the return rate basically doubles. And that is the impulse buying in one number. So next time you buy something at 2 a.m., then pause for some second and check your browse time and read one review. You might save yourself a return. And if you run a business, check your late night orders. That is where the money is leaking. Right, guys? So that's all for me, guys, as well. Let's meet in the another session. Thank you for joining today. Everything is in the chat for community to join, for reviews to in the trust pilot. So happy to join you today, like happy to be here. Everything is in the chat. See you in the next session. Okay, one question. Let me take it. Okay, so the question says, you are saying like if I provide another prompt in here, then Claude will generate a new analyzer file, because in this analyzer.py, Claude only generating the files according to this analysis that I provide. Like the analysis I provide are only 10. According to this 10 analysis, Claude read, okay, I want to provide these 10 outputs. So not 10, but 8 outputs. So according to these 8 outputs, I have to generate an analyzer file. So it create that analyzer file. But when I provide a new prompt in a different aspect, like, so it will create a new analyzer file with different name, because it is not want to create, not want to add it in that analyzer.py file, because it is different. Now my prompt is different. So it will create a new Python file and give the output, the new output. So that's why. Okay, I think you get the answer. So yeah, that's all for me as well. Yeah, thank you, Rashmi, as well. Please for document. Yeah, you get the document, download it. Everything is in the chat. Happy to see you here. Let's meet in the next session. Thank you, everyone. Take care. Bye bye. Thank you all.